War has reared its ugly head on your planet. With help from those traitors from the Iris Network, our enemy, the Dogs, have broken through our protective borders and infiltrated your city. Each and every day they stab you in the back. A friend, a brother, a son. Enough is enough! Unite our forces. Join the Alpha sections, and together we will overcome. Join the Alpha sections, and you will know the taste of victory!
Beyond Good and Evil is yet another gem of the game from the 2000s, buried under its more popular peers that came out around the same time as it, like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Call of Duty, and Prince of Persia. Released in 2003 by Ubisoft, Beyond Good and Evil stars Jade, a struggling freelance photographer, and her uncle, Paige, who both stumble into working with a rebel organization on their war-torn planet while trying to take odd jobs here and there to keep the power on and their family safe. Through the 11 or so hour runtime of this game, you will battle, sneak, and race across the beautiful planet of Hillis, while unraveling a story that never ceases to surprise and keep you on your toes with unexpected twists. Describing this game is a bit difficult as it falls under so many genres and categories that it's hard to lump it into one box. If I had to describe it, I'd say it's like Crash Bandicoot meets Half-Life 2 with a bit of Pokemon Snap in there. Yes, that sounds weird, and it kind of is, but I'm glad to report that it actually completely works and Ubisoft managed to nail the execution. It somehow manages to depict a sci-fi dystopian future while also keeping the lighthearted tone of a children's cartoon. Do not ask me how they thought of all this because I have no idea, but let me tell you, I'm happy they did. Beyond Good and Evil lets you explore a semi-open world at your own leisure and has many optional tasks and games for you to complete that you may not even find unless you fully explore the world and talk to all its inhabitants by the end. Exploring and seeing all that this world has to offer is a blast, and there are so many types of gameplay on offer here that I never got bored. One minute you'll be in a boat race, the next you'll be in a space dogfight, then switch to a stealth action game on foot, and all this while recording your journey on Jade's trusty camera. While it's not the best at any one of these things, it succeeds at coming together to make a complete and fun package. On top of this, the game hosts a surprisingly great story that really makes Hillis and its inhabitants' struggle feel real. From action-packed sequences straight out of a blockbuster to somber and sobering down-to-earth moments, this game really has it all. Right here is an example of one of these.
Don't break up the team. Carlson and Peters, page 823.
Here we get to the section, however, where I talk about the negatives. It won't come as much surprise to many people that a game that came out nearly 20 years ago now has some control issues. The main offender in this case would be the camera controls. It seems this game was intended more for consoles, so many of the controls and movements function very oddly on keyboard and mouse. In many sections, moving the mouse up zooms out and down zooms in. On top of this, the camera switches from freely controlled to fixed viewpoints nearly non-stop, which can be a bit jarring at first. Many sections of the game also change the orientation of the movement controls based on where the fixed camera switches to. which means you'll occasionally have to move backwards and in all manner of directions to get around. Much of the inventory system is not explained very well at all, and nearly 3/4 of the way through the game I found out about new mechanics that I never needed or used before completely randomly while fumbling around in the menus, like giving some of my heart or life point upgrades to characters with me. My final issue with the game is that, like many older games, it doesn't come in a ready-to-play state on Steam. Many modern resolutions are not supported, and the game also comes in French, with no way to change the language without online patches. Not only that, but the frame rate can dip as low as 10 frames per second at times, especially during the cutscenes. Luckily, there is a fan-made patch that'll completely fix the resolution and frame rate issues, as well as update some of the graphics. In addition to this, I'll link a simple tutorial on how to fix the language in the game and set it back to English in the description. All in all though, Beyond Good and Evil is a great game that has tons of memorable moments and lovable charm. I can't seem to get the beautiful world of Hillis and its fun cast of characters out of my head. Knowing that there's a sequel in the works really has me excited after playing this. And before that comes out, I recommend everybody to play this game, especially if you're big fans of older collectathons and platforms like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. This game has something for everyone to love and is a true throwback classic. Not until I played this game did I think a sci-fi, secret agent, journalism, dystopian, and vaguely spiritual story could come out in a cohesive and even brilliant fashion. Doing all of that while having a top-tier soundtrack is nothing to be scoffed at. The culmination of all the aspects of this game come out to a truly one-of-a-kind experience. Because of that, I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10.